So it's 5:33. I'm gonna go ahead and the meeting to begin. Do we have anybody, any of our members on mic? Nobody have joined? Okay. All right, so we're gonna call the meeting to order. The next one would be discussion and action for approval of minutes. Do you have a motion?
I motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Second.
Favor?
Aye.
All right, so we move on to number 3, discussion and action, appointment of officers. And so citizen comment comes after me. You didn't put it on the, oh, we do have it on the agenda. So in January, every year, we do need to reappoint our officers. We need basically a chair and a co-chair. The current ones are not here today, so our current co-chair is our current chair is Mr. Olivo and co-chair is Mr. Pineda. And so essentially, I mean, we do have 3 members here. So all of you have been with us a year.
Yep.
And so any of you qualify. So you just need to nominate whoever would like to serve as a chair. So we'll start with that.
So it doesn't matter that the other 2 are not here? Oh,
We can go ahead and
okay. You want to do?
I'll take chair.
I can take co-chair. I nominate Mr.
Yeah.
Leal for chair of the board.
have a second.
I second it. Nobody else.
On favor?
Aye.
All right. And then the co-chair?
I nominate her as a
Garza.
as a co-chair.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Congratulations, Mr. Leo. You can take it, Mr. Leal, sorry.
Not already on. Okay. All right, I gotta do this crap, all right? All right, so do we have, thank you. I promise to keep everything short. Okay. Meeting adjourned. Oh. All right, public comment. Do we have any public comment?
No, nothing was submitted. No.
Nothing was submitted. Okay, well, I want to take a quick moment to honor the memory of Peña, who passed away. She was one of our board members. I remember her when I was a young rookie teacher, my 3rd year teaching and my 1st year in Brownsville ISD, and she was my primary. So she got to evaluate me and all this stuff. And we've had every time we saw each other, we always remembered each other. So let's just keep her soul in our prayers and her family in our prayers. So if anybody wants to add anything else about Miss Peña, I'll get one. I don't just remember. All right, let's go start off with the library reports, adult services.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm back again.
Welcome back.
So I'm going to be going over what we did over the month of December. So one of the things that we did throughout the whole month was pass out and encourage adults to fill out what we call the My Library wish list. In here, we asked patrons to write in their name, their library card number, and if they didn't have one, we asked them to sign up for one. And then we let them know that they can they can write down the things that they would like to see at the library. We had 6 different categories: books, libros, movies, películas, games, technology, areas, and services. They didn't have to fill it out. As you can see, some just filled out some parts. And then on the other side, I put in all the information that I gathered from all of the surveys, and I joined them all to share with the library leadership team, so that we're all aware of hey, look, this is what patrons would like to see at the library. Mm-hmm. And they too can assess what we have in our collection. They say, hey, maybe you should get this book too added to the collection because it's part of the series and so forth. Because there's too many series.
Oh yeah, I know. Keeping up with the new books and adding, but it's good that you ask for their input because that will make them come often. So
Yes, and whenever we did do these surveys, there were times where they just got the paper, but other times too, we were talking to them, telling them. Since last year, I've been telling them, and it's true, other libraries in the north, I'm like, hey, why don't you guys just put it under areas or services, a new drive-through? Just to give them some kicks, you know?
Yeah.
Just to put something out there. That's one thing we did during the month. And then on the day after Christmas, we did the facial towel lollipop. And yeah, we had a good group here at Maine and at Southmost too, we did. And yes, I mean, there you go. Those are the things that they made. And yeah, I hope you liked the event, man.
I came to that one. I'm right there.
Because you were there.
Yeah, we all went. It was a lot of fun.
Yes, and we had a lot of ribbons, a lot of balls, little colorful balls and pearls that we can add to those facial towels. And then these were in an effort, right? Not just to make a craft, but these are things that can be used for decor in homes. And it was all like, hey, you know what? Welcome a new year with like a new visual. And so then this month we're going back to the computer classes. We're going over the program that's installed in all of our computers, which is LibreOffice. Every single day we're going over a different program. Basically the copies of like Microsoft Office. Then today we're having the cereal bar cooking class, and it's taking place over there. After this meeting, I'll be heading over there. So I'll ask for you guys to excuse me, please. And then next week, we're going to be having our Infinite Company give us a class on how to make better money choices or build better money habits for a new year. And aside from that, we're going to give them a little pop quiz where if the patron answers questions correctly, they get a prize.
Cool.
And these questions are going to be based off of finance. And then we're also doing those things for next month. We're going to continue with the computer classes. We will have a date night at the library. We'll talk more about that later. And we're also going to have an income tax workshop from Vita. Vita's coming in. It's Leslie Nunez, if you guys know.
Okay, youth services?
I'm Avery Danielson. I will also be telling you guys about all the fun stuff we did in December here at the library. So we had 2 weeks of Christmas events, 1 week at Southmost, 1 week here at Maine. And we had the same events at both branches. Our first day was DIY ornaments, and it was really fun. There were different levels of ornaments in terms of like different difficulty levels for ornaments, so that all ages and abilities could find an ornament that they enjoyed making, and that was really cool. People got really into it.
I can see the lady right there in the corner, the
Yeah.
adult.
Yes. And those are our numbers. At Southmost, we had 77 people, and at 61 people.
That's interesting.
I was gonna say, well, it's usually the other way around,
Yeah.
but that's it.
So we noticed that, you're going to notice that in the numbers, but the week that it was at Maine, that was when all the schools were having their Christmas events, and like Chick-fil-A was having, so there was a lot going on in Brownsville that week.
And we'll see in January's events. See how that happens.
Yeah, that's true.
Come on, Southmost.
So these are some pictures from our Pictures with Santa event. If you look on the very left-hand side, there you can see 2 lines, one on the far right for Pictures with Santa, and then the one here in the middle for the limbo. That was a very big hit, our inflatable limbo.
Limbo with Santa.
Yeah, so there were games and pictures and goodie bags, and it was a lot of fun.
How are the numbers compared to last year's? No.
I
She was in here.
I wasn't.
Yeah. But do we have them just to see if there's a big difference?
We can get back to you.
Okay, no, it's good, just to know like how much we've grown.
We had that night, the lights and all that.
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah, those numbers are.
More last year?
Yeah, but we can get you that information.
Who played Santa?
Play Santa?
Huh?
Yeah, we had two different ones. For the pictures with Santa, in these, it was Harry. And then on our next slide, you'll see our other Santa, Jose Nava. He was our Santa for the sensory pictures with Santa.
I love the backdrops y'all did this year. It looks so elegant.
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
because of the Christmassy,
Yes, it's really nice.
Thank you.
better boots on Santa though.
The sensory friendly pictures, I do know that a lot more people came this year than last year. I don't know
Okay.
the numbers, but I do know there was a lot more people.
If I had to guesstimate, I think it was like double.
Last
this
year.
We were.
This year was
surprised,
double.
But this year.
Over sensory.
Sensory, it was definitely higher number this year.
Okay.
And by,
That's good.
okay, by
What about-
sensory, you mean,
So what
Wired.
it was, it was a different environment. So like here at Maine, we had it in this room and we brought out the partition. So on this side, when families would come in, they would get a number and a craft and their goodie bag. So they would sit at the tables and they would do a craft together. And then whenever it was their number, the family's turn, they would come to the partition and take their picture. So as opposed to the regular pictures where,
it's all mayhem.
yeah,
Yeah.
everyone's
Yeah.
it's loud and.
Whenever we do something like this, because I know I deal with a lot of families that are autistic and veterans that are PTSD.
Yes.
We need to really push these kind of, on the media, do extra steps. Partner with local businesses that can put it on their Facebook or pages to get it out here.
Oh, yeah.
Because, yeah, there is a big need.
Yeah, and we did see a very diverse population of people coming and from special needs little ones to special needs adults and elderly.
Yeah, there is a lot of,
Walk or stand in a long line.
because I know at our coffee shop, we try to deal with a lot of that. And we do see a lot of veterans that come in and just, we cater to that. And we also cater to families with autistic children. And then, of course, you have other things that do, we do host some events. So yeah, there is a big need. So since we're doing this, I would like to see a bigger push to get these kids in and get these people in. Because this is something that's very much needed in our community. And it's an awesome job that you're doing on this.
Thank you. So in our Happy New Year, by the way.
Yes, happy New Year.
In our new year, in our first month of the new year, we're going back to our regular programming, except for the sensory play date. That will start next month. I'll get back up again. So we'll be having our Lego lab and our stories y cuentos and our kids' night. We have one tomorrow. Be a game night, and then they'll also be able to make their own tic-tac-toe board, which is really cool.
Cool.
That felt our makerspace department helped us make those. So
Nice.
Made out of felt?
yeah, they were cut on the Glowforge, which
Oh,
nobody knew
impressive.
that the Glowforge could cut felt. And
Wow, I was gonna say, I didn't know that. Oh, wow.
And then after that, our second kids' night is calling it Scrap Studio because we have a lot of just random things from last year that and there's not enough to do a whole event. So one thing that we really enjoy about our kids' nights whenever it's crafty is the creativity.
Yeah, they're very creative.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Even if they get an example, you'll always see things that are different. So we're
I
gonna
love
put it all out there for them to make.
I love the tag on it, from stuff we had left over from other events.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
And you'd be
Recycle.
surprised with the things they come up, right? Like,
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it's really cool.
Hi there.
Okay, now we got the teen services.
Teen Services, I'm Sarah Weisinger. It's nice to see you all again. This is just kind of a quick overview of what I've got to talk about. We had teen Marvel gift tags on a teen advisory night. We helped a little bit with the Christmas events, and I just got a couple of fun pictures with kids. And then I just was gonna show you the CTE high school special ed student have been stopping by on a pretty regular basis. And we just got a picture from that.
Cool.
So for teens, we tried to, go into the Christmas theme and just level up things a little bit. For older kids, we made cookies this year. As a group, we did pizzelles, which are made on a little iron, so it's no baking in the oven. We formed kind of 2 assembly lines. I brought in some almond flavored, chocolate flavored, and vanilla flavored dough, and we just pounded out cookies and frosted them a little bit as we could, and put them in some little sacks. And then a lot of kids walked away with stuff. I apologize, I don't have more pictures. I had a phone transition in the middle here, and some of them got it. But we had
Do you
little,
still have your old phone?
yeah, I went from an 8.5 to a 12, so I'm still behind, but
Oh,
a few steps farther up. But so we had, kind of like the chocolate ones there with some sprinkles and stuff, because it's hard to have Christmas cookies without some sprinkles.
yeah.
I'm sorry, but next time you need to bring samples for us.
Okay. I should have saved you some.
They look really good.
Look good.
We had to practically kick them out because they kept on making them one by one by one. They want to make more, they want to make more.
Cool.
So it was a fun night. The next one, we did something a little messy. It was, and we had planned this for a few months, and thought gift tags might be a fun way to do it. It's you take like a bowl of water and you drop in nail polish, and you can let it take effect with marbles. You can swirl it away, and then we just kind of put some paper in, and then ultimately cut like gift tags out of it. People came in and let their artistic freak flag fly. And then we used a lot of the stuff that they have in the children's department for rounding corners and cutting scissors in special ways, and just added strings. It was a lot of fun, and it was kind of like playing with water and color. And not everybody turned them into gift cards, but for those who wanted to, did that too. So this is the picture from the game nights that we did at both Southmost and Maine, and the kids were having a really good time. We did, as Avery mentioned, a very cool tic-tac-toe with Makerspace, making it was the rat and the soldier from the the Nutcracker theme. So that brought that theme into that room, and we gave them small prizes, and they just loved it. We had one big target that we just couldn't get them to stop throwing balls for a couple of hours. It felt like it was a great success at both Maine and Southmost, and a lot of fun. And at Christmas time, it's always nice to see their faces so excited about the holiday and playing games and being at the library. Oh, did you take the picture of the CTA group out? Okay. Oh, I missed it. Oh,
there it is.
there it is. These guys have been here a couple of times. The first time they came, it was 74 people that just walked into the library. We were kind of like, what's going on? And then we learned more about them and talked to them and said, hey, next time you guys want to come by, it was Thanksgiving, because they were on the way to spend Thanksgiving at Olive Garden. And they had to kill some time before the restaurant opened for them. So they came in probably 2 weeks later, and we got them library cards. We had games going for them, and we had a lot more fun. We took a picture that time. So I'd say at least half the kids got a library card, which was kind of exciting because they tend to be a little bit older, and or they had their parents were their chaperones. So they were checking out movies, and we're helping them find things. And so they're due back again soon, but they really have been having a lot of fun when they come, and it's literally like 74 people coming through the door all of a sudden.
Yeah. Would you say that was a part of the outreach, a result of the outreach with BISD, or?
I don't don't know. I think that it happened because we were close enough to Olive Garden that they, on the fly, made it work. But then after talking to us, I said, can you please call me next time? Let me know, give me a little notice. And she called me on Wednesday. And I said, you know, if they want library cards, have them bring these things. And then I said, is there anything, any special things, games you guys want to do? I said, I can have them ready for you and we'll make something out of it. That's a little bit more fun. So, I mean, I end up running around a lot, just helping them find books or movies or whatever they're interested in. And the CIRC team was really helping getting them all signed up for library cards. And I know they'll come back because things are due.
Mhm.
And the aides were all like keeping track of when things were due so that they would help the kids stay on track
And
with
this
all
is-
of that. I know, it's kind of fun to see them all in one picture.
Do you know what school they're coming from?
CTE, the
The
technical,
career technical,
yeah.
Okay,
we're coming to that now.
yeah, the Cummings company.
And it's probably a BISD school that we wouldn't necessarily have a immediate fast direct link to. And that's why I was kind of excited about it. It just
Yeah.
kind of happened by accident. And, you know, we'll just keep working with them.
That's exciting. I see one of my son's friends from our
Oh, yeah.
church, so it's awesome that they came.
It's a very diverse crowd too, which makes it really kind of fun, actually. Some girls were really crazy with research. They were on the catalog, just like looking up all the stuff they wanted, and other people are not such great researchers, but they like to watch movies and play games. So it was a
Mhm.
big spectrum of possibilities.
I love it.
And then coming soon, teen night, I just put January and February. We had a game night this lunch. We're gonna do Cubism Valentine's for February, just a little bit of art education and a different take on Valentine's. For teen advisory, we did a goals buffet and collaging in January. We're gonna do another D&D night in February, and it was at their request. We had kind of a simple introductory one in November, and they were like, come on, we want to do more. So we're going to do another one with kind of a Languages of Love Foundation idea. And then for teen anime, this month we have Kubo with 2 strings and some origami, and more of a date night for teens, anime, Ocean Waves, and they'll be making their own popcorn with flavorings.
Nice.
I was about to ask.
I was just thinking like maybe like with the CT, now that they're kind of like coming in and generating some interest, could maybe help out to boost up the advisory. Teen
I'll try,
advisory.
yeah, yep.
Or like, you know, them inviting other teens in here, because I know that's the age group that is the least
Yes.
comes, right?
We've got some other ideas. We just haven't worked them all out yet. So we'll be bringing them when we're a little closer.
Let me know if you need help with the teen stuff. We're trying to get some of our teens that are in our homeschool group
Oh,
to
great.
kind of create like a hangout. I saw Harlingen and McAllen have homeschool teen hangouts and homeschool book clubs, and it's usually during the day because everyone's
Yes,
homeschooled. So if we can pair together,
happy to do it. I'll give you my
Okay.
card
'cause
after.
we have a co-op, and right now we have 100 kids. Well, 100. It's with families, parents, everybody. It's 100 people so far. So it's a big community, even though right now we're just a little, and it's 400 in our 400 to 500 in our page. So there's a big,
That sounds great. I met a mom who does homeschooling at the goals night. She dragged her son, who was not so eager to be there. But he kind of softened up through the process, which was great. But she was a homeschooler that's been doing it kind of since the pandemic.
yes.
And
there's a lot
so
of parents like
I
that.
mentioned that I had heard of a group, but we would be totally happy to
Yeah,
set something up because I think it's a smart thing.
we'll meet up.
Hello, everyone. I'm Anthony, space updates for this month. So, we got a couple of things going on. In January, we're doing our Upcycle Monday. We already had this event at Southmost, and we have an attendance of 29 participants. Kind of similar to how Children's is doing it, where they recycle old events. We did the same thing because we had a lot of leftover. And it was pretty nice to see what the patrons were to come up with. So we're doing that again here at this branch on the 7th. And then,
Did you have pictures of that?
yes, but they're on Facebook. I made this presentation before we got.
Okay.
Okay.
So the other thing we have going on in January besides that is our exploration theater here at the main branch. It won't be at the Southwest branch because they're doing, I think, the challenge that day. And then by popular demand, we're doing another sewing event in February, but we're doing a Valentine's theme. They really liked the one that Alan did last time, so we're gonna do another one, Valentine's theme for February. And then we got a donation of a quilting machine by a patron. We're still in the process of getting that all set up and running before we can be like, hey, it's ready to go. But we've been getting a lot of questions about it and when it's gonna be up and running, so hopefully soon we'll have that ready for everyone to use.
Yeah, it's amazing. Congratulations.
Yeah. And then we had a patron send us some pictures of her wedding, which was pretty much all decorated by Makerspace. Like she did all of her stuff here. The posters, the decor on her tables, the wedding, the guest presents and everything. And there's more photos on our page if you want to go check them out. Yeah, she did all of that here.
I love it. Did y'all have more of a turnout with people for Christmas, like compared to before?
Yes, and it was fortunate that because of Ms. Dolores, our machines went down because they needed maintenance. So we had to send them out to Southmost. So Southmost got a little more traffic with their machines.
That's awesome. No, but
Yes.
that's a good thing, right?
Yeah, they're like, oh, we're like we had to turn them down because there's smoke in the library because they needed maintenance because of
Oh my God,
the use that she was making us. But it was a good thing. So
that's amazing.
All right. We have any outreach?
Fortunately, Courtney couldn't join us today, so she'll update you all on December, January at next month's meeting.
Okay, let's go to Friends of the Library, Bob.
Hi. All I have to report is for last year, our numbers were really good. Between the two branches, we did over $20,000 in collecting just sales. So it's a good year.
Good.
Hopefully we can continue it this year and keep it going. We are trying to get all of our slots filled again. Our evenings are kind of sparing right now, but when school starts, we may have more volunteers.
Do you have a flyer for a volunteer request?
Yes, I do. I have the little tear-off ones.
Well,
They
can you
email.
email them to me and I'll put it on our company?
Well, I have some printed out in the room.
No, well, I'll put it on a digital so I can just,
Yeah, I should have the file.
I'll get a copy from you too. For the most.
Okay.
Yeah. Sounds good. I think it's, all right. Do we have any updates?
Building updates, just to let you know, we ended up getting a second monument sign, very similar to our marquee. You know how both our marquees at Southmost and here at Central, they're on the boulevard, so well traffic, but we have that second entrance in the back. And you know, our building looks very much like government buildings, and some people coming through the back might not know what we are. So we went ahead and came up with the marquees to kind of match what we have in the front. So the green one's here at Main, and it's over on,
Korea.
yes, and then the one on Southmost is on Manzano. And so now by the entrances, so hopefully it gives us a little bit more exposure and people now know what we are and
Yeah.
go ahead and
Looks
come on in.
I love the
I have to
colors.
keep looking for the church every time I go over there, like, oh yeah, the church, the Korean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you come through the back side now, you can see a huge L there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're very happy that they got installed last week at Southmost, and then the week before that here at Main.
Oh, cool.
So yeah.
Anything else? All right, is there a motion to adjourn?
I motion to adjourn.
There's a motion, is there a second?
I second it.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye, okay, all opposed? Okay, we're adjourned. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry.
We're there.
Right there.